Let's go ahead. Let's hop right into it.
Start here in 1 second. Just make sure everything's good on my end.
Awesome. All right, so the goal of today's webinar is to get you guys up and running with Bookmap. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Brandon. And I show you guys how to get up and running with Bookmap every single Wednesday at market close. So hopping right into it. The very first thing to get up and running with Bookmap is to go over to bookmap.com and log into your account. So as we can see, as we can see on the Bookmap website, all you want to do is come up here and click log in.
Sorry. There we go. Okay, now the Zoom is good.
And all you want to do is click log in. Now, once you hit log in, you'll be prompted to enter your email and password. And once you sign in, you'll see your username up here. So you can see right here it says Bookmap Bruce. And then your license key is going to be right here. You're going to need that to download Bookmap. But to download Bookmap, it's going to be right down here again on your user dashboard. You can see select system. You're going to choose your system, whether it be Windows, Mac, Mac M1, M2, whatever it is. Select your system and then the version. In this example, it's just production, but sometimes there's a version known as alpha. I would say just go with the production version. So once you choose your system and the version, just click download. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is we want to add a data subscription after Bookmap has been downloaded. So to add a data subscription, again, go back to your user dashboard and then hit add subscription. Now, once you hit add subscription, it's going to take you to a different screen. If you are not logged in, it is going to take you to this screen right here, which is going to show your core subscriptions, so like digital, global plus, etc. This is why you want to make sure that you're logged in. That way you can actually show or choose the data that you want. So when you're actually logged in, and again, it's going to show your username up here, it's actually going to take you to this screen instead, and you're going to be able to choose a few different options. So from here, starting with the futures data, it really depends on what you trade. So if you trade, let's say the S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, or the Russell, you would want to go with the CME Bookmap data, which is $17 for the first month, and then $34 every single month after that. If you traded gold or different metals, you would want to go with COMEX, which again is going to be $17.34. Or $17 for the first month and $34 every single month after that. If you traded oil futures, you would have to go with NYMEX. Or, if you traded all of them, you could just get the bundle, the CME bundle, which is CME, CBOT, NYMEX, and COMEX, which is going to be $79 every month. So as far as the data that you choose, it really depends on you as a trader and what you trade. So again, if you trade all of them, you might as well go with the bundle. If you only trade specific instruments, then it would make more sense to go with the individual data feed. So after you choose your Bookmap data, then from there, if you trade individual stocks, you can see down here that we have Bookmap equities data. If you trade individual stocks, you could get the NASDAQ Total View and NLS, which is $29 for the first month and then $59 for every month after that. Or if you want to go with DX feed, you could get the DX feed NASDAQ depth data, which is $69 for the first or every month, and then or you could get EdgeX data, which is $59 every month. Or if you want to get both of them, $59 for the first month, and then $119 every month after that. So a lot of positive feedback as far as the Bookmap equities data, but again, you do have that option to go with DX feed. So after you have installed your Bookmap and chosen your data, the next thing you want to do is open up Bookmap. So we're actually going to go through this together. I'm going to open my Bookmap right here. But before we open up Bookmap, you can see that there are three different options right here. Okay. With these three different options, the first one is going to be simulation mode. Now, with simulation mode, essentially you are trading the real market, or you're getting like real time live data, and you are trading the real market, but with simulated funds. So again, live feed, live data, fake money. So if you wanted to use Bookmap, or if you wanted to trade with that fake money, you could use simulation mode. Trading mode, same thing, live data, live feed, but you can trade with your actual capital, and you can route trades through Bookmap in trading mode. And then replay mode. When it comes to replay mode, the one thing that you want to make sure that you have checked is the record live data. What this is going to do is every single day you open Bookmap, it's going to record the data, and then you can go back to specific days and specific times within replay mode. So again, the most important thing is to have record live data. If you are routing your trades through Bookmap, you could also record your orders, and again, you can go back and you can watch it in replay mode. But replay mode is very useful, especially if you're just getting used to Bookmap. You can go back and you can watch data from any specific day, specific time that you choose. Again, just make sure that you have record live data on. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in trading mode, and we are going to go through the three-step process of configuring market data, adding an adapter, and adding the what's it called, the data, and then establishing a connection. So
hey Brandon?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so there's just a bit of an echo over on YouTube. I don't know if maybe it's through OBS that you've got maybe two microphone feeds or something.
Let me see. I see just one. On my end. Give me 1 second.
Not sure.
Let me see. Yeah. It just has one for me. Oh, hold on. There we go. Try that. Hello?
Yeah.
There we go. I think it should be fixed.
I think it is.
Perfect.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to add an adapter. So to do that, you want to go up here in connections and find this button right here that says configure. Once you click on that, go down here to add/remove platforms. And we're going to scroll down until we find Bookmap data, which is right here. So once you find your Bookmap data, make sure to install it. Give us a second. There we go. And now our adapter has been installed. So now from here, we're going to add our connections. You want to head over here, click Add Connection. First, we're going to add the Bookmap data connection. So again, just make sure your platform is Bookmap data. Down here, it's going to say server location. Choose the one that is closest to you. I personally live in the US, so I'm going to choose USA. If you live in Europe or Japan, you can connect to those servers as well. But the Bookmap data connection has now been installed. Now what we're going to do again is hit Add Connection, find Platform, and then for the individual stocks, we're going to choose DX Feed. So both of those connections have been added. Now all we have to do is hit OK. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a futures instrument, then we'll add a stock, and then I'm also going to show you guys how to pull up crypto. So again, go to connections, and you want to make sure that you select Bookmap data. So hold on 1 second. Wait for it to connect. There we go. To see that you're actually connected, it's going to have this blue check right here. If it's selected, then that connection has been established. So what we will do is hit this plus button. Now we're going to add the S&P futures, but as far as platform, you want to make sure that it's Bookmap data, type futures. And then again, depending on what you're trading, like if you're trading gold, you would choose COMEX, but we're going to pull up the S&P futures, which is going to be under CME. And the current instrument for the S&P futures is ESZ5. So we'll just type that in. As far as adding historical data, you can load up to 7 days of historical data. I'm personally just going to do 1 hour for this webinar, so it loads very quickly. But all we'll do from here is hit subscribe. Connection for previous session. Sorry, I have it open on my other computer at the house. Okay. So let this load real quick. There we go. And this is how you're going to pull up your futures instrument. So right now we have the we have the S&P futures pulled up, and we can start using the S&P order flow right away. So that's how you're going to add a futures instrument. Now we're going to go ahead and add an individual stock. So again, we're going to go up to connections, and we're going to select DX feed right here. I'm doing all this on a new computer right now. There we go. Oh my. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. So DX feed has been selected, as we can see right here. So now what we're going to do, again, go into add instruments. Then we're going to go up here to where it says platform. And now we're going to change it to DX feed. Okay. Now from here, we're going to type in our individual stock, which is going to be, we'll just pull up Apple for the time being. And then we'll hit subscribe. So give this a second to pull up Apple. And as we can see, the Apple order flow has been pulled up, and we can start using it right away on Apple. So that is how you are going to pull up a futures instrument as well as an individual stock. Now, as far as adding crypto, all we have to do again is hit add instrument, change the platform to Bookmap data. But now, right here where it says type, you see that we have a couple of different options. We have perpetual and spot. We're just going to use perpetual. And then our exchange is going to be the multi-book. And then let's just pull up Bitcoin, BTC, USDT. So with the multi-book, you can see that this is pulling data from 4 different exchanges: Binance, Bybit, OKEX, and Bigit. So it's taking all that data from 4 different exchanges and consolidating it into one. Again, we're just going to load 1 hour, 1 hour of data. You can load up to 7 days. As far as your tick size, definitely don't put it at 1. I think Bitcoin is at like 104,000 today. But your tick size is essentially these increments over here. So you can see like my tick size on Apple is 0.04. If we loaded every single dollar for a $100,000 instrument, it would take a while to load. So personally, I changed my tick size to 50. So every single tick over here is going to be $50. And then from there, you can play around with this. I'm just going to put it to 0.1, and then I'm going to hit subscribe. So give this a second to load. There we go. And now you can see every single tick over here is in increments of $50, $650, $700, $750, etc. So that is how you're going to get up and running with Bookmap. Adding your adapter, establishing a connection, and then pulling up a futures instrument, a stock, as well as crypto. Hold on, where did my chat go? There it is. Okay. So now from here, there's also tons of free education over on the Bookmap website. So if you go to bookmap.com and you go to the education tab right here, tons of free education. So tons of free courses, getting started. There's about 20 lessons in there, knowing your Bookmap features, connecting to data, some of the stuff that we went over today, going through the add-ons. If we scroll down a little more, we have a course on market mechanics, order flow. Bruce has a course on supply and demand. Jay Trader has a course on futures and stocks. And then I also have a course in there on how to trade 0DTE options, but using the order flow via Bookmap. So again, tons of free courses on there. Or if we go back up into here, find this knowledge tab, we have this knowledge base. So if you click on that, it's kind of taking the courses and the indicators, but kind of putting it into text form instead of video form. So you have that option as well. Going back, you can also join the Discord. It's completely free. All you need is a email and password on the Bookmap website. So again, as long as you have that, you can come here, hit this Discord tab, and you can join the Discord for completely free. Um, there's also free events all the time with Bookmap. So if you again are on this Learning Center tab, just scroll down and you can see that every day they have laid out on a calendar what's happening and when. So if you wanted to join, let's say Bruce on the 10th, you could just go ahead and click, where to go? Go ahead and click on that, and the link is right there. Or if you wanted to join uh, Tom B on the 10th, again, you would just click that. There's a link right there. And then I'm trying to think, other than that, um, to know what symbol to type in, because I do get questions about that a lot. If you go to the knowledge base and you find this tab right here that says symbols table, and you scroll down and you find the instrument as well as the data provider that you're using, it's going to tell you exactly how to input the symbol, right? So it would tell you the symbol, the month, and then year if you're using Bookmap data. Or it's going to be different if you're using, let's say, DX feed. So you're going to have to import it a little differently. And this is going to break it down exactly for you. And then the month codes as well. So like right now we're on ESZ5. Uh, obviously Z being December and then 2025 being the year. When that comes to an expiration, we will be on ESH6 going into next year. So this breaks down exactly how to input the symbol into Bookmap. That way you can get it pulled up. So I think I covered everything. Let me double check. Knowledge base, symbol base, event calendar, join the Discord. Yeah, pretty much went through everything. So, what questions do you guys have? Do you guys have any questions here in the Discord, YouTube, Zoom? Let me pull everything. I'll pull up all the questions. Sorry, I'm working with only 2 monitors today. Typically, I have 3. Let me just get all these Q&As pulled up. How do I change the time frames on the chart? Like if I want to view the 1-minute chart or 5-minute chart. So, couple different ways. It's not more so like a 5-minute time frame. But you could go into the time slices and then like say you wanted to hit 5-minute, it'll kind of, zoom out for you. Or if you want to go back into time slices and do like a 30-minute, um, it'll change it for you, or you can just scroll in and out. Personally, I kind of keep mine like this. So they're kind of in like 1 minute increments. But that's a couple different ways that you could change the time frame. And then hold on, I'm still pulling it up on my other screen. There we go. All right, so let's see, YouTube. Could you explain the difference between the normal futures and the one that has the term light? I know it has something to do about blocking. Yeah, pretty much all it is filtering the orders, making it a little more clean to read. So personally, I really like to use TM Lite, which all you have to do is go into your indicators, um, click Manage Add-ons, and then install TM Lite. Maybe you can answer this question, Bruce, because I don't have experience with the one. But somebody asked, how is this version different than the one inside Thinkorswim? Is Bruce on here? I don't think. Yes, I hear you.
Okay. So, uh, I'm sorry. What was the question again? It was about
What is the difference between? Yeah. the Thinkorswim Bookmap.
Okay, the Thinkorswim Bookmap is good. It has all the core elements in there of the volume dots, the map, the order book, the columns. It has all of that. There's a lot of add-ons and additional things that come with the desktop version of Bookmap, as well as being able to trade from Bookmap directly, having replay files. I mean, there's quite a bit that is then different in the desktop downloadable version of Bookmap.
I think you can only pull up 3 instruments on the Thinkorswim one, right?
I think so too. Yeah, it's limited also with the amount of instruments. I'm not sure. I think it's one at a time. I'm not sure about the tabs or anything like that. So yeah, that's another thing that you might run into if you're trading stocks and you're looking back and forth between many instruments or futures or crypto. That's
Perfect. I'm trying to use Bookmap as an analysis tool for futures on US 30 USD pair. That would just be the Dow Jones futures, I believe. I believe US 30 is the Dow. So you would just pull up YM futures, which would be through CBOT, I believe is here. Future.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
so. This also answers the question over here in Discord, Brandon, about the ticker symbol for the SPX. There is no ticker symbol. It is an index. There is no order book. There is no volume. So Bookmap connects to one of the strengths of Bookmap is connecting to a market that has actual depth, transactions, volume, etc. We can display all the details in there. So, for example, even over-the-counter markets like forex, spot forex, we do not connect. There is no centralized order book.
Perfect. Yeah, as long like however you trade the S&P, Nasdaq, or even the Dow, whatever it may be, just pull up the futures version of it. ES, NQ, YM. And then
Oh, yeah. 30Ys, E30Ys is it explains the price difference as well. It's going to be, yeah, it's absolutely different between the ES and SPX and the SPY, of course. But they're all different instruments and tradable.
mhm. But yeah, the way that I trade them is just simply just watching the futures instrument and then, obviously trading whichever instrument you want at that time, but basing the trade off of, the order flow on Bookmap within the future.
Yeah, in fact, Brandon, you have a video on that in your course, right?
Yep, exactly. Anybody else have questions? Wait, Q&A. There we go. Did that answer? I think we have one more. E30Ys.
Nothing over on Zoom?
I answered all of them, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait. Correct, Andrew. So to access the CBOT exchange, I must have a paid package subscription. Correct. What is the best practice to look at the order flow or the volume bars? Screen time, seeing it in real time, watching the courses on the knowledge base on the website. But that's really the best way to get good at it is just watching it. At least that's how I got good at reading the order flow. Many, many, many years. But Any other questions? Cool. Well, awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any other questions, then hop on here next Wednesday. I'll be live again doing or showing you guys how to set it up again if you still need that extra help. But yeah, everybody have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys next Wednesday.